You've paid for the land. The seller says, congratulations, you are now the owner of the land. But here's the real question. What documents should you actually collect before you walk away? The next important document is contract of sale or purchase agreement. This document sets out the agreement between the seller and the buyer. It explains the purchase price, the payment terms, the completion date, the obligation of both parties, default provisions, the refund conditions where applicable, and special conditions agreed by both parties. Read every page before you sign. Never sign a contract you don't understand. Another important document you might need to receive is a receipt of development charges or levies, depending on the estate or where the property is located. The next document you might need to receive is receipt of infrastructure fee or estate charges if you are paying for any of those. Some estates require you to pay infrastructure fee, excavation fee, or whatever the charges may be. If you make any payment for any of these, you have to receive a receipt. Another document you might need to receive, depending on the case, may be possession letter or handover letter. Some developers issue this document once the buyer has fulfilled every payment obligation. Another very important document you might need to receive, especially when you are buying a single plot that is not in an estate from an individual, will be the original title document. Once you pay for that land, make sure you collect the original title document from the seller. In cases where some of those documents are not readily available and they are still being processed, make sure you follow through with that process and get those documents, because that is what proves you actually own that land. In this case, never assume that photocopies are enough. Always get the original documents, and if they are not ready, understand why and follow through with it. In some cases, you might need to receive consent and registration documents. Some transactions may require additional legal steps after purchase, including stamping, registration, and obtaining required government consent. These processes help to formalize the transfer and strengthen your legal position. Ask your lawyer what further steps are required after completion. Apart from every document that the seller gives to you, here are some documents that you should also keep for yourself. Keep your bank receipts. You made the transfer, right? Keep those receipts. Keep transfer confirmations. Keep your emails. Keep your WhatsApp conversation that confirms everything that has to do with that transaction. Keep inspection reports. Keep photographs of the property. Keep videos you made during inspection. These may come in very handy in case of any disputes in the future. Now you may ask, what if the seller refuses to give you any of these documents I've mentioned? That should raise serious concerns. Always ask why. It's important to note that I listed some of these documents and I said that some of these documents come in special cases. It's not like you need to get all these documents in every transaction. There are just few of these documents that are very important that you must get for every transaction. Then there are some that are just peculiar to some cases. Buying land is not just about making payment and collecting a receipt. It's about creating complete and legally supportable record of your ownership. Every document tells part of the property story. The receipt proves payment. The survey plan identifies the land. The deed of assignment records the transfer. The title document establishes the legal foundation of that land. And the contract of sale explains the rights and obligations. When these documents are properly prepared, executed, and safely kept, your investment is far better